So hello and welcome to this new video. This video is about how to get rid of the buccal fat, okay? How to get the snatched face. So first of all, the buccal fat is also coming from your diet, of course, of your weight. Okay, let's be real. If you have a good diet, if you are skinny, your buccal fat should go away easier. I mean, it shouldn't be there as much, you know. But also, I have other tips and tricks on how to get that buccal fat actually removed, because this is something that I had a lot of times and I still have it, honestly. But it's okay. I mean, it gets less, okay? And I made some. Look, first of all, it's because of, I think it's because of 4 to 5 factors. So first of all is your weight, of course. When you get skinnier as a whole, your face also gets skinnier. But it's not always the case, okay? Second of all is water. I mean, if you eat a lot of sodium, you shouldn't do that, okay? That is like inflating, and stuff like that is inflating your skin. That will show on your skin, and that will show on your buckles. And so this is a huge point, okay? Third one, huge one, is stress, okay? Is for women, is stress, is cortisol. Cortisol and stress will make your face look very puffy. When you have low cortisol, okay, your face slims down naturally. So prioritize your calmness and your peace in your life at all costs. Okay, at all costs. For women, that is essential. Okay. So then my fourth point, okay, is some. Well, I'm talking about how to remove the buccal fat when this is my face, but it gets as actually is like that a bit on the camera, but it's actually quite sculpted. Okay, it's actually quite sculpted in real life, and maybe it got removed. It's okay if you have a little bit baby face. It's okay. It keeps you young. Okay, having a bit of a chubby cheek is okay. Okay, it gives you a young face. It gives you youth throughout the years wise, because when you get older, is always getting less and less. Okay, and this fat is protecting you from looking old. I mean, you look young, when you got them cheeks, when you got them cute chubby cheeks. But okay, the sculpture is coming by age, but it's also like determined on your diet, on your weight, on your cortisol. That's super important, on your cortisol. And I figured something out, okay, is on your character. That is what is this video about, is actually on your character, okay? On your character as a human being, okay? As a woman, as a human being. Because if you have a strong character in this life, okay, that means you have discipline, that means you know how to control your emotional side, because the face, the brain is split in two parts, is your logical and more emotional side. So if people have, for example, if you have a very symmetrical face, you're very balanced out as a person. Is like the thing with the right side of a woman. Your right side, okay, is the emotional side of a woman. Okay, when you're emotionally, when people care about you emotionally, you understand what I mean? Your right side of the body will feel like energized. That's really a thing. And it's the same thing with the face. Okay, it gets more symmetrical. It should get more symmetrical over time if you have a good character. Okay, that's on epigenetics. And that's actually true, okay? That's actually true. If you have a strong character, that means you have discipline and you're connected to your emotions as a woman, okay? And you also know how to control them. And it's also validated. That's really important for women, okay? Their emotional side validated. It all reflects in your face, okay? It all reflects in your face. The symmetry and the sculpted face is coming from a strong character. I'm telling you, it's coming from a strong character. It's coming from the main character syndrome. If you push through life like that, okay? You will get the sculpted face, like I guarantee you, you will get the sculpted face, because it's discipline, okay? Whether it's discipline in your diet, whether it's discipline in your exercise, or whether it's discipline in your work, discipline requires emotional discipline, okay? It requires emotional regulation, it requires having character, okay, to push something through. Okay, so you get skinny, but on top of that, you get the character, and the character is showing in a person's face. Okay, you can see the character of a person in the face. Is also, I can tell on your face what is your energetic state. Okay, what is your usual energetic state? People that are very positive, people that have very energized, very positive, that operate on universal law. Okay, they have better faces, you understand? I mean, they have more symmetrical, like stronger face features, I would say it like that. I mean, when you look at people, okay, I don't yeah, so epigenetics, I would always look at the epigenetics of a person's face, okay? Because you can see a lot of that. Yes, as I told you before, like if you're emotionally balanced and if you take care of that as a person, your emotional side of your face, I think it's the right side, okay, it's some side, will be also balanced. Like a lot of people who are always in certain types of emotions, their face is showing that. You understand what I mean? Their face is showing that, literally. This is epigenetics, okay? If you have a balanced, if you have discipline, if you have character, and you have strong character, okay? You are a strong character person, your logical and your emotional side will be balanced out, because that's strength, okay? That is strength. That is strength, and it will reflect in your face on your epigenetics and on your face symmetry, okay? On your face symmetry. Throughout the years, okay, my face gets more symmetrical and more symmetrical, and more sculpted, because first of all, the baby fat, I mean, when you see the baby fat is still, oh, why did I do it? The baby fat is still baby fatting, you know, is still there, but it's not that big of a problem. But you can see what I mean, okay? You can see what I mean. Even if you have a little bit of buccal fat, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all, okay? You can still see the sculpture. It's about more of face symmetry, and is more about epigenetics. Is more about epigenetics, because if you're constantly happy, if you feel constantly joy and love throughout your life, okay, is really not about your skincare, or is really not about your facelift, or is really not about your, if you drink or smoke, is really not. I mean, occasionally, okay, is when you're constantly energized, when you constantly feel love, and when you constantly feel positive emotions, when you constantly enjoy, I mean, that vibrational state, and that is only dependent on you, that is on your character, okay, that is on your character, that is a character thing, because that is a strength, okay? If you can put yourself in a position of happiness, of love, of joy without any other person, I mean, if you can reach that state within yourself, that is character, and that is strength, and that is discipline, okay? It requires heavy discipline. This is strength, but it will reflect on your epigenetics. You understand what I mean? Because people that are constantly sad, people that are constantly feeling some type of way, grieving, or having an emotional disbalance, energetical disbalance, it reflects on their face, okay? It reflects on their face quite fast, actually, okay? Quite fast, actually, if this is a longer period,